So fire smarting is vegetation management to increase the defensible space between backup properties and natural forested areas by thinning and pruning, removing of dead standing trees in the event of a wildfire.
My company is Infinite Forestry Consulting. We're based out of Grand Prairie, Alberta, and we've been in business for approximately 25 years.
Infinite Forestry Consulting was chosen for this particular project given the nature of the setting of Birchwood trails. Their approach seemed to be very ecologically sensitive, and their use of low impact, smaller machinery and much more selective approach as opposed to clear cutting and more intensive use.
The interesting and the real learning that came out of Slave Lake for us as a company was the personal impact that the people had undergone when the fire, approached and went through a portion of the town.
So the approximate scope of the project right now is 95 hectares of area.
At the present time, we've estimated that we need 90 to 100 days from the start date in order to get the 95 hectares cleaned up. Now, the fire burning may last longer than that, depending on conditions, temperature, snow loading, and we will not burn unless the conditions are appropriate. So we could have the 95 hectares cleaned up and in piles and still have burning that would have to happen in February or perhaps into the early part of March. We will monitor the fires 24 hours a day while we're burning in order to make sure that there are no fire escapes. And of course, we would have the proper emergency response plan in place to deal with something if it did occur.
So as a result of the fire smarting, a large number of dead standing spruce trees have to be removed. So Infinite will go in and remove these spruce trees and make them available at several locations throughout the community where residents can come and pick them up as usable firewood.
Even if we get rid of all of the usable wood, there's still a lot of material that's on the ground. It's somewhat rotten, it's wet, and it's not suitable for salvage. And those remaining pieces is what will either then needed to be mulched or perhaps burnt.
So the contractor has put in place numerous safety measures to ensure the safety of the public, and the residents are just asked to adhere to the barricades, signage, employees' directions when encountering these areas and find an appropriate route around the work zone.